We live in a fallen world, which means this: because we live in a fallen world, love is going to be painful. The more you love someone, the more that one day your heart will be broken. And not necessarily through the actions of that person, but just that that person will one day be gone. And it will hurt. And it will hurt for a very long time. That's the problem of this world we live in and our right now, this fallen human nature that we have mixed in with divine love. Because also with love, there's also an element, a strong element of sacrifice, which again, a sacrifice is painful. And at times, again, as a priest, I've been changed, 4 or 5 times, and every time it hurt, and every time there's that temptation to kind of not invest myself into the new place because I just don't want to go through that process again. Now I haven't done that yet, okay, and so don't, what I mean? But I'm just saying the temptation is there to where it's I just don't want to go through this again, and maybe you might feel like that when there's a priest change. You're like, you know what, I'm not going to get invested into a new guy. I'm tired of this, and I get it. But that's the problem that we have. Love is very painful. And so as we celebrate today's feast day of Mary Magdalene, so much that I can say about the text. It's a great text. John is my favorite gospel, and he just puts in all these little details that seem innocent but have deep theological meaning to it. For example, he tells us in a very innocent way that Mary Magdalene thought that the risen Jesus was the gardener. Well, the deep theological impact on that is that it's making an allusion back to Genesis chapter 2. Because what was Adam's job? Not only to name the animals, but to what? To till the soil. Adam was a gardener. And now Mary Magdalene is being presented with a new gardener. But as we look at the text and we see the heartbreak on the part of Mary Magdalene, life sometimes in terms of suffering, life kind of throws threes at us, 3 sets of threes. So we have the passion of Jesus, we have his crucifixion, and now the third for Mary Magdalene, we have the disappearance of the body, how she's overcome with grief. And then when Jesus calls her name, she recognizes him and then wants to embrace him. But what does Jesus do? Here's the mystery of the passage. What does Jesus do when she wants to embrace him? He says, stop holding on to me. I mean, almost, if you don't understand what's happening here, it's like you think Jesus is being rude to her, or Jesus is a germaphobe or something like that. You know what I mean? Stop holding on to me. Why? Because this new Adam, this new body, this new life doesn't belong in this fallen world. It doesn't mix with the sinful condition that is around him. He belongs at the right hand of the Father. And that's where he's going to go to act as our priest and as intercessor. That's where he's going to go to continue to show the wounds of the Father. Every time we sin, to show the wounds of the Father and say, it's been paid for. That's where he belongs. Mary Magdalene wants to hold on to him. But what she doesn't know is that she too will rise, and she too will be at the right hand of the Father with Jesus Christ. Not in this world, but in the new life to come, in the presence of the Blessed Trinity, in the presence of the full divine love of God, where this type of love will no longer be painful. May God bless you.